Hey guys, these five standards will help you make more money in real estate. Let's go. All right, we're back again with great content that I believe is going to help you make more money as you implement this. So we will get right into it. And I learned these over time as I kind of went and did this, and especially as I have coached people for so many years now. But these are definitely going to help you make money over time, and obviously make sure they apply in the state you're in or the real estate brokerage that you're with. Just want to make sure that everything works out fine. Okay, so the biggest difference between an average agent and a top producer a lot of times isn't the talent, it's the standards. And what do I mean by that? Well, goals are something you hope to reach, but standards are the minimum level performance that you refuse to go below. So this is a really key point, and it kind of establishes that difference. So every successful real estate business is built on consistent standards, not occasional bursts of motivation. When you create higher standards for how you price your services, market yourself, communicate with clients, improve your skills, your business will become more profitable, more predictable, and much easier to scale. All right, so the very first one. This is a great one when I learned this. So you want to charge a transaction fee that can actually improve the client experience over time for you. So often what would happen when I was first starting out, man, I was going above and beyond. I was doing everything possible for the clients, right? And I knew that most agents probably weren't doing this the way, right, that I was responding or go above and beyond to explain anything or so many showings or knocking the doors, making calls to everyone, right? Doing everything I could to get as many offers in for them. But it was tiring. And once I got like several different clients, man, it was a lot of effort. And that in combination of I wasn't charging as much as like what I needed to charge. This is a big one. This will help you. So every transaction includes a transaction fee that allows us to continually improve the experience we provide for our clients. This is big, and we're worth it, right? We're putting in this extra time, we're using extra things to make it do our absolute best for them. We are worth a little bit more, and you want to charge that. It also gives you a little bit of room in the negotiation, or sometimes you have to pay out your brokerage, so you want to see what you can do on that. But I'd probably start at like something around 997. And many agents think there's a transaction fee with simply making more money. That's not what we're trying to do. We want to actually provide a much better service. So we want to continually to reinvent what we're doing, invest in things, right? But we want that extra money to help absorb, right, the business expenses, right? And it gives us a little bit of room to be able to provide that great service, right? So if we have a transaction coordinator, we're paying for other things. So, but it's going to give us that flexibility, right, to be able to help provide for the clients and really make it outstanding for them. So why does this help you make more money? Well, when you're not charging, you're not gaining that. So every 25 actions, that's another $25,000 that you're able to bring into your business that you can use it how you want at your discretion. 50 transactions, about 50,000, and 75 is at 75,000. So this can be, as we mentioned, reinvested, making it stronger and making their actual experience and clients happier, right? So it can go towards better photography, closing gifts, video marketing, AI tools to improve CRM, marketing campaigns, administrative support, client appreciation events, education, buying and seller guides, concierge level service, right? Technology that keeps the clients up to date. So it's not just simply to get a fee. We want to get this to be able to improve ourselves. So if someone asks you, right, we're not going to say it's an additional fee. We're going to say, hey, we continually invest in improving our experience and our clients are receiving. This allowed us to provide better communication, better technology, more educational resources, stronger marketing, and additional service that help make the buying and selling process as smooth as possible. Clients don't mind paying when they clearly understand what the value they're receiving. Premium services deserves premium pricing. Now, look, you may need to build up to it to where you're going all out for this or gaining the confidence, but I'm going to tell you this. I would always be asking for that because some are just going to say yes, and then it enables us to provide that great and superior experience for them over time. So I would always be trying, and then we can improve the way to make sure that you do your absolute best on it. Okay, and this also is going to become a factor later when I show the other steps that helps us, right, get to the next thing, which we're going to be talking about a premium listing commission that we want to be charging. But before we do, make sure you are subscribing to this channel. Please, really, really appreciate your support. Like and comment, get into my free coaching group where we can have discussions around this or any questions you have. And of course, in the paid one, where we can really go over a deeper dive into anything that you need help with, including how to get these or what has my experience been with coaching so many others that are able to do this. It's really not that hard once you have the confidence and once you're really able to deliver at higher levels. You'll need it. Okay, number two, maintain a premium listing commission. So example is, let's say 3.5%, right? It should be where your standard starting. It could be 4, it could be 4.5, it could be 5. But we'll just say just a little bit over, right? Until you get your confidence of that, right? We're not necessarily competing on price, we're competing on value. So one of the quickest ways agents lower their income is by negotiating against themselves before the client even asks. The high producing agents understand this, that the commission isn't simply a conversation for opening doors or placing a sign in the yard. It's compensation for what? For solving problems, protecting clients, negotiating aggressively, and creating the best possible outcome. And it's also one of these things when they're coming to us and they absolutely want us, they're definitely more willing to pay for that experience because they know what they see you're doing. They see your success. They don't want to deal with problems, right? When some people are charging low or we're racing to the bottom, man, oftentimes the clients have the worst experience as well, right? And we haven't set enough out there to really be able to provide that premium experience or the best that we're doing because we're putting a lot of work and effort into it as well. So how do we go above and beyond? Well, if you're charging a premium, you want to earn it. So deliver a marketing plan that most agents never offer, professional photography and the cinematic video, drone footage, YouTube exposure, AI-powered marketing campaigns, weekly seller updates. If you're not doing them, do them now. What the open house strategy is, reverse prospecting, agent-to-agent marketing, email campaigns, neighborhood marketing, professional staging advice, right? Detailed pricing strategy. I personally would knock those areas as well to find additional buyers or people that were looking to move into that neighborhood. That always worked, and calling when I had permission to do that, right, on the approved list. So the more value you consistently provide, the less clients focus on commission. It's just a fact. So content creates premium clients. So this is another key thing. If you don't have a YouTube channel, start it now. If you don't have a Facebook group, start it now, right? And then I'll give you some other ones that if you jump in on either my paid or my free coaching, I'll tell you some things you need to be starting because a lot of my coaching clients get them coming from these sources. So they already like them. They already know, like, and trust them. So they're willing. They don't even bat an eye. They're like, yeah, that's fine. It's much easier to have those conversations when they're coming to you. So that's what we want to create. Now, what kind of content can you create? Of course, weekly market updates. Just did a video on that where you have 7 days of what you can post besides just the market update stats. Seller mistakes, buyer education, neighborhood tours are great. Local businesses you can spotlight, client success stories, home tours, pricing advantage, frequently asked questions, YouTube educational content. They're going to come after you when they know, like, and trust you. And it's crazy. They're going to reach out, set that appointment, and now they're coming to us, which means much more likely for those first two things that I just went over, right? They don't usually have that much issue if they know they're going to get a great experience for it, right? So they're going to negotiate less with you. They're going to respect your expertise, hire you faster, refer more people. The content will compound over time. Just keep doing it, just like I'm doing. It just keeps going. And one great video can generate leads for years. So please, please do this stuff. If you're not sure how to get started, reach out to me. Okay, number three, this goes back into it. What do I want you to do? Have 10 meaningful conversations every day. It's part of the standards, right? Because I want you to get those chances. So whatever we got to do to create that, notice it didn't say 10 phone calls, 10 texts, 10 emails. It says conversations, right? And that's usually a combination of all of those things. But real conversations are going to build relationships. Relationships build business. So who can we talk to? Talk to people like past clients, friends, sphere, new leads, open house, right? Visitors, for sale by owners, expired listings, right? The follow up on those, your neighbors, uh, business owners, another great one, right? In the referral group, I want you to set up people from social media. So not every conversation is going to create business today, but guess what? Some are going to refer business months later. Others will become listings in the next 6 months. But every conversation can plant a seed. And yes, do we get some things right now? Absolutely. That happens all the time if we're having those. Now, if we don't have appointments in the afternoon, what am I going to tell you to do? Crank it harder. Let's get to 15. Let's get to 20, right? That's assuming you've got 2 or 3 appointments in the afternoon. But simple math, 10 conversations a day, 5 days a week, 50 conversations each week, 50 weeks, 2,500 conversations each year. What do you think is going to happen? Think you're going to get some opportunities there? Absolutely. Very few agents consistently reach these numbers, but those who do are going to have what? Going to have full pipelines. And then if you're doing the other stuff, jump in my coaching. I'm going to tell you the other things that we do to expand upon that and to keep going. I want to make you super busy, but increase the amount you're making on each one, right? So that you can deliver even a greater and greater experience. It is the winning formula. So get after it. All right, next thing. This is important too. You got to watch for green flags and red flags and treat every client the same using your standards. So once we set our standards up, right, we want to have every client go through the same process regardless of personality or emotion. Top agents don't make emotional business decisions. They follow systems. This is another key thing, right? We're creating systems, processes. They identify behaviors early and consistently. So green flags. These are clients that often become your best advocates. Examples, they're going to respect your time. So we're looking for that. They respond quickly. They follow advice. They trust your expertise, right? A lot of them come from things that we're creating, right? They already know, trust us, so they don't have as much resistance. They have realistic expectations. They're financially prepared. They communicate honestly. They appreciate professional guidance. These clients usually become great repeat customers and referral sources. So what do we want? We want to look for those indicators and then do the things accordingly and try to find more of those if we can. Red flags, however, these are the clients that require significantly more time while producing less enjoyable transactions. And hence, if you take on more red flag clients, you are going to have a worse experience. They are as well, and you're going to make less money. Got it? So what's an example? Big red flag is constant cancellations. If you're rescheduled with them 2 to 3 times, right? This might be at some point, maybe by that third time, you just refer them off. Why? Because they're taking up too much of your time. Every time you're setting an appointment, you're preparing everything, and then they keep canceling, probably not a great fit. There might be something else going on, right? Or at least their motivation. They may not be as serious, or there has to be something else to be resolved. Unrealistic pricing expectations. How many times do we see agents, right, maybe take a listing that is not even in line with what the market is saying, but we just want a listing? Okay, well, we better have something that says, hey, here's where it should be. If we do this, are we okay to move this, right? We need to move this into this range if we don't get offers on it by a certain time in the first week, right? So you got to have those conversations so that we can correct it. And ideally, the better conversation is pricing it correctly out of the gate and maybe skipping that particular listing. Why? Because if they're not going to price it where we know it's going to get them the best results, they might be unhappy later. And I've seen this happen time and time again with people, right? We try, sometimes it doesn't work. They can end up blaming you. It goes south very quickly if we don't have those honest conversations, right? And really do a great job. And of course, the more that they trust us coming there, sometimes it's okay to turn that down, okay? Refusing professional advice kind of goes into that a little bit. Poor communication, right? Where there's a disconnect there. Changing goals every week. Hiding important information, huge red flag, right? Or disrespecting the appointments. These are generally going to, right, lead to bad reviews, bad experiences, them being upset, not getting the outcome that they want. So even though I know it might be tempting, look at those red flags, establish the standards for yourself, because if you realize those behaviors early, you're going to establish boundaries, and that will follow your established procedures rather than reacting emotionally. And almost every single agent, okay, I just had an experience, someone was telling me about it today, where they didn't follow what they normally do, and it came back to bite them, right? And I don't want you to have that. Plus, I think it will hit you financially over time. And and we want to kind of follow that same great process and procedure that you've established that we know works. Okay. Next thing, consistently builds, kind of on that phase, consistency also builds trust. So if every seller is receiving the same consultation, the same pricing strategy, right? Obviously tailored to them, but the same concepts, the same seller communication schedule, right? So if we were going to update them on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, every week, that's what we do for everyone. Same expectations, same follow-up process, right? Every buyer receives the same education, same buying process, the same financing guidelines, the same communication standards. This, I promise you, the consistency will create confidence for both you and your clients. Okay, number five, this is also an important standard. It's going to make you a lot. It's helped me tremendously. Improve your skills every day. Okay, the standard is I will become a better agent every day, even if it's 1% better. I'm fine with that, right? Jump in my free coaching, get in my paid. If you're serious, let's go, because your income rarely outgrows your value for very long. The more value you become, the easier it is to earn more. It's just a fact. It's truth. Okay. So what are some skills worth mastering? Negotiations, listing presentation, buyer consultations, pricing strategy, objection handling, marketing, video creation, which I think is absolutely huge. If you're not on YouTube every day or posting content every day, you're falling behind. Um, Public speaking, right, which goes hand in hand, AI tools, CRM systems, time management, leadership, communication, and of course, follow up. So there's so many things you can do on a daily basis. Just pick something every day that you're going to do. If you're going to practice, if you're going to role play, if you're going to film content, right, study your local market, learn an AI tool, whatever it is, it's going to compound and it's absolutely worth it. So if you're improving just 1% every day, guess what? Your communication's better, you're negotiating stronger, you're marketing more effectively, you're converting those appointments at a higher percentage or level, you're providing a better client experience. Guess what? People that had an amazing experience do? Refer. So it really feeds and lends itself well to making more money, because guess what? You're getting more referrals of people that know, like, and trust you, right? Are saying and raving about you. You know we love these, right? And then of course being more confident. Your confidence is backed by the actual competency. Okay? So final thought. The agents that consistently earn more don't just work harder. Yes, that is important for sure, but they operate at higher standards, right? You're able to charge that transaction fee because you want to give them a better experience and reinvest in your business. You're able to maintain that premium commission by delivering premium value and attracting clients through consistent content creation. You're having those 10 meaningful conversations every single day. That's your standard minimum. It should be 15 to 20 if you don't have appointments, so that your pipeline is full. Guess what? You do that every day. Tell me, are you going to make more money or less? A year's worth of doing that on all of these. You know that you will make more. Okay. And if you're not able to make that commitment, let me help. I will hold you accountable. You will make more money. Okay. Get in my paid group. Test out for 1 month. I will show you that it's true. Follow consistent procedures by recognizing the green and red flags while giving every client the same professional experience. We want that consistency, right? And then commit to improving your skills every single day to your value, your income, so you continue to grow, right? Put coaching below if you want my help. And I will help you become accountable and grow. And yes, you will improve. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to the content. I'm trying to give you great stuff every single day so that it's valuable, so that I'm worth the watch, right? We're all competing for a certain amount of time each day. Make sure you pick mine. Other ones, I don't know, but pick me, make me the winner because you're going to be the winner as well. I'm going to deliver value that I've done for so many people over time, right? Thousands of people I'm sure that I've helped. It's probably a lot more now if I really add it all up, but I'm constantly trying to help everyone I can. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Thank you so much and have an amazing rest of your day. You got it. Take care.